Hello my scrappy friends, and a big welcome to my channel this evening. It is Sunday and it is Sketchy Sunday with Traci Reed this week. So I'm playing along with sketch 26. I actually used Photoshop to create all my layers here. So I essentially built my page in Photoshop Elements. And then I was able to print all the bits to size and trim them down. So I'm just reassembling all my pieces here. Just trying to get them to the right place and exactly how I had decided the order I wanted them in. You will see between here and the end product, a couple of the pieces get switched around, but I'm okay with that. It's not the end of the world. And I do stop the video at one point so that I can print some extra pieces. You will also notice that I can see here I wanted to add my journaling in here, and I didn't think that what I had there was going to be alright for me to journal on, so I'm going to play with a couple of different patterns here. I'm going to use that to back my photo. And this is where I'm going to have a bit of a play with the patterns and decide that I'm going to change things up. So I wanted to use that heart print there for my big photo mat there that I just moved. Then I thought, oh, I can use the wood grain here because it's a nice neutral. And yeah, it's going to give me that uncluttered kind of space to do that. I've also printed and cut these, which I'm just showing you. The video is going to stop in a second, and then I'm going to come on live because I don't know what happened, but I lost some of my footage, so I'll let you listen to that as it comes on. I'm just using some spray adhesive. My bottle says leave it for a minute or so, and then you can, for permanent adhesion, and then stick them together. But I'm going to pop on live now. Hey guys, so the last bit of footage you saw was me stacking these pieces together. I've had a few dramas with my phone again. Apparently I've run out of space again. What I had done was these inside pieces, I had cut some blank copies and then printed the ones that come with the embellishments and then stacked them all together with the spray adhesive. And then I'd actually printed 3 copies of this as one layer. So I've got the outline that I've had filled with one of the pattern papers from the collection, and then the wood veneer piece from the embellishments. And I have, so I hope you can see that little bit of dimension that there is there, just for a little bit of interest. I ended up picking this little paper with the little X's and O's. And I did the same with this big X and O. I was thinking I would use this as my title, but I couldn't make it work. I did try, so I stuck down all of my papers exactly as the sketch is, and then I played with my title here, and I just wasn't loving it. So I still had all of this collection on my desk from the last time I used it, so I thought I would just use the same supplies again because I know they work. So I've used those same alphas, except I've used just the shiny ones, not the glitter ones here. So the family Christmas selfie tradition. I've added my rainbow here. I've inked everything with Rocky Slope and a foam applicator tool thingy. I've added stitching around my photo. You can see that I've stuck this bit down, and I've actually made that as a hinge. What I've got behind here is actually a piece of, it's about 4 centimeters, just plain cardstock that I've cut to this length and then scored straight down the center, adhered 1/2 to the back of the photo here, 1/2 to the back of this photo, and then added this pattern paper to the back of my photo, and I've got my little hinge for my 2 photos. I didn't want to do 2 layouts, and I didn't want to have one page with both photos showing either, so I decided to do it this way. I'm going to add, I think, my journaling in here because there's room for journaling in this part of the sketch, but as you can see, I've taken it over with my title, and then I brought the 2021 down to the bottom as well. I don't think that I need to share anything else specific that I've done. I'm just onto the fun bit, or the last bits of embellishing. I'm going to also splatter with my rose gold glaze as well, like I did with the most recent, well, maybe not the most recent, but with the other layout that I did with the same collection recently. I've got my stickers all printed here. You can see I've started, I've got a rainbow there, I've got my stickers all printed here. So I'll have a bit of a play and embellish, and I hope that you enjoy. Alright, so hopefully that all made sense to you. If not, please make sure you leave me a question down below. Just say, what on earth are we talking about, Mel? You make no sense. But as you can see, I'm just adding some foam tape behind some of these stickers, and I change and move it about 40 million thousand times. I don't know, with my big long title, all those busy patterns, I was kind of not really loving a lot of what I was doing. So once I got into the swing of things and found the right piece, then it all came together fairly well after that. Yeah, so what am I doing? Oh, so I wanted to do something on the inside here because I ended up not doing my journaling in here, and I wanted to use one of the chipboard, that's what they're called, the chipboard hearts from the embellishments, but they weren't quite big enough, so I just folded one in half. No, actually I just traced around the edge of one on the back of a pattern paper, folded the pattern paper in half, and then cut around the edge of that, which is that red one. And I'm really happy with that, and I'm going to now play with a few bits and pieces and see what I can get in here without it being too bulky. Yeah, so the reason that I've titled this page our what is it, our annual family Christmas selfie something or other. Every year I'm like, in the morning, we must remember to get a family photo together. Last year we actually tried while we were at my mum's house, and I've got all these really terrible photos of us, all these outtakes, which I will, I've printed, I think, to go into my December daily. But by the time we got home, I realised, I was like, oh my goodness, we didn't get a decent family photo again. We all showered, got ready for bed, and then we sat in front of the Christmas tree. I'm like, right, I think I stacked up about 1,000 books, and my little phone holder, and I was like, all right, everyone, come on, let's get this done. So we got some silly photos. I think I've shared before. I've kind of embraced that I can only get so far with, can we just smile for the camera? And I mean, it's not all that real, you know, let's just smile for the camera. It's not 100% authentic all of the time either. So that's what the other photo on the inside is. And I always get photos of us like this, which is why I wanted to include both of them. So the family Christmas selfie tradition 2021. So I'm just adding in some final embellishing here. It does take me a little while to get it right. Again, there was so much pattern. I just was really struggling to find a balance and get it just so. So you can see I've got that label down the bottom there. And I keep trying to pull that pink heart down to the bottom somewhere here, and I'm like, no, it can't go here because there's already that same pink. I'm like, no, I don't want to cover up that diagonal. What am I going to do? So I, shuffle things around a bit more. I've got 3 there. This is going to be my third heart. I'm fairly determined, but I'm like, I don't like it with that pink label down here. What am I going to do? Then I found this one. I was like, that is much better. So I attempt to pull it up without using my sticker remover, and out comes the magic. So I just want to draw your attention here. You can see that I'm not being particularly careful with this, and that stuff is going everywhere. There is not a single mark on this layout from where that went. there's nothing. So I don't know. I did have a friend message me and ask me, what is that magic stuff that you use? And I sent them a picture. So if you are worried, it does not leave a single mark. I don't know how, I don't know what the magic is, but it's magic and I love it, and it is the best invention ever. So I've now stuck down that red label, and I feel like I can add my heart in, the light pink heart down there as well now. I'm just trimming off the white. I don't know, if you use your Cameo to do print and cut, and you find that it cuts ever so slightly off, it's only a couple of mil, but it does, like, it drives me insane having this white border on one side and it's cut perfectly, well, it's cut on the inside on the other side. Any hints, tips, how do you get it to cut exactly, or am I just being way too fussy? You can tell me if I'm being fussy. So I'm just sticking the last bits and pieces down here. I'm going to add these 2 pink hearts on foam, and I've inked everything with that same Pink Fresh Studio Inker game. I'm going to use a grey pen to add in my journaling. And then I found these enamel dots in my stash are actually from Freckled Fawn, and the colours just work fantastically. I was so surprised. So I'm just going to, they're really sticky, by the way. If you've never had enamel dots from Freckled Fawn, they're super sticky. So I'm going to start by adding 2 lots of 3 on this diagonal. I'll go with that kind of dusty pink, the brown, and then the lighter pink. And then I'm like, okay, I'm going to add some more because I want more. And I go with the brown, the white, and the other pink, I think that is. And I'm going to add that same combination down here. And then, so I've got 4 lots of 3 at the moment. I'm like, nope, I need 1 more. And so I'm going to add that in here. Now, I don't know if you've noticed, but I actually had the idea of using that red pattern paper with the hearts, the sketchy hearts, behind my photo, which I completely forgot about. As I was editing this video, I was like, I forgot to do that. I actually went back in after I had photographed my page, after I had recorded my video. I lifted up my whole photo layer, and then I have actually stuck the red pattern paper behind. So it does have the red pattern paper behind there. I'm really happy with it. I feel like it just really draws more attention to the photo. But the colours in this collection is why I chose to use it. They work beautifully with the colours in my photos. I was so surprised. I love that I've used a non-Christmas collection to do a Christmas layout. This sketch was super fun to work with. It's not something that I would normally give a go, but I'm really, really pleased I did. I love the end result. It's hanging on my wall. If you have any questions, please make sure you drop them below. Make sure you do head over to the Traci Reed Designs blog as well to check out everyone else's awesome sketches. As always, thank you so much for stopping by and choosing to spend your scrappy time with me, and I look forward to seeing you in my next process video. Have a fantastic scrappy day, my friends.